Hey everyone, my name's Alini. I'm a second year international student at UTM, and today I want to share with you my journey back to campus, where I am right now, from Brazil. But first things first, how did I get to Brazil? Well, I was a student in residence when COVID hit, and I stayed here halfway through the summer of 2020 because flights kept getting canceled. But then in June, I managed to get into a repatriation flight, and off I went. My father's side of the family lives in Rio, where I stayed for a while. It's an absolutely beautiful city and rated the greenest city in the world, as you can see. When I was there, I did my school, I spent a lot of time with my family, and I played with my brother's dog all the time. Some of the landmarks are Christ the Redeemer. A lot of people don't know this, but he actually has a heart. And Sugarloaf, which you can ride in a sky tram, I believe it's called. It goes from one of the mountains to the other. But 2021 came around and it was time for me to resume my life in Canada. The weeks leading up to my flight were pretty stressful, but it was all worth it when I got to the airport. My family drove me there, I presented my negative COVID test and checked in, and then boarded my first flight, which was to Panama. Flying in a pandemic can be kind of stressful, especially with the added regulations. But it went by super fast, and as soon as I knew it, we were landing. I was excited to be in a country where I had never been before, but I couldn't leave the airport during my 10-hour layover, so I did the only logical thing that anybody would think to do. I got some chocolate and watched the planes. Time passed and it was time to board my second flight, this time to Toronto. I could not believe it. I even saw a couple of people wearing U of T hoodies. We took off and I checked the monitor constantly to see how much time we had left. And that was the view from Brazil. Now stay tuned for part 2, where I'm going to tell you all about my arrival to Canada, quarantine, and maybe even show you around campus.